Some of you guys might be reading this and wondering what the hell I'm talking about, and you probably then grew up in a happy household with two loving biological parents. Unfortunately, I didn't, so I got to do this a lot. All we're doing is throwing the ball at the wall. Why are we doing this? Because throwing is really good for your shoulders. As long as you can do it with no pain, it's a really, really great tool as a warm-up to open up your pecs, shoulders, your whole arm, rotators, everything. And the best way to do it is start just with the wrist and elbow, close to the wall, little bounces. And yes, we're doing these ambidextrously on both sides. I don't care how bad the left side is. Unfortunately, I grew up playing baseball, so I'm a pretty good thrower. But, it might be a bit more of a struggle for some of you guys just to get a little bit closer to the wall. You can go boom, 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 just there, warm up the wrist, warm up the forearms, warm up the elbow. And eventually we want to work into opening up and planting off the back foot and working our hips into it and bringing our hand behind our head to really throw that ball at the wall. You can start to work into a little bit harder. I wouldn't recommend hard throws until, you're about 4 or 5 minutes in. And even then, unless you have like an explosive session coming up, I don't think it's necessary. You really just want to get that front side of your shoulder relaxing, which is really hard to do. Not really hard to do, but there's not a crazy amount of stretches and movements to do for that are quite as intuitive as just throwing. So I really like to do this if I've had like an upper body day or like a press day the day before, and my chest and shoulders are feeling kind of, tight, got DOMs, and just, need to warm up my shoulders. I'll even do these before jiu-jitsu sometimes. Again, if I've done upper body and I know I'm tight and I don't want to risk my shoulders, this is a really good way to just get everything relaxed. You can get a little bit more distance, but unfortunately I was kind of confined by my space here. Just having to throw really short and a little bit high. And hey, look, you can also just do a throwing session with a partner if you do have a friend. Feel free, but wouldn't make it a really good no dad catch session. And I love the names, so we're keeping it. Anyways, work into some rotation. Give this quite a few minutes. Let me know if this helps your shoulders out.